Soludo allowed INEC for early voting as Obi alleges vote buying. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. The governor of Anambra State, Prof. Chukwuma Soludo, has commended the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for the early commencement of the voting process in the state. Meanwhile, the election was being held in the state only for the State House of Assembly 30 constituency seats. Speaking shortly after voting at polling unit 002 Ovoyi Umenze, Isofia in Agata local government area at about 11:30 a.m., Soludo expressed the optimism that the people vote will count in the election. Soludo, however, said that the turnout of voters was low compared to the previous election and urged voters to step out and exercise their civic obligations by voting. Also, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the February 25th general elections, P2B, who voted in his Amatutu polling unit in Agulu, Aniocha local government area of Anambra State, at about 11:20, complained of voter apathy. He alleged that the electorate were discouraged to come out to vote because of what happened in the last poll that did not reflect the people's wish. He also condemned what he called transactional politics, where politicians buy voters at all, by vote at all costs. Now, let me say this. You see, I think we are supposed to be hiding our faces in shame. Sincerely, Nigeria has taken us to the point where we are being ridiculed in other countries, and we can't do anything about it. Before the elections, I saw a news where Ethiopia, let me say in another better country, Ethiopia they were killing our people over there. I didn't read through the story. It was just a headline. I just zoomed past it. And at this election started, I was just flashing back that particular headline, asking myself, if the world is watching and our politicians and our leaders know that the world is watching and observing our elections, why wouldn't they just pretend? Just pretend to want this country to go forward. Why wouldn't they pretend to respect us? Because to me, I feel if I be visitor for your house and your mama they treat you, your family they treat you well, believe you me, me too. If I'm not a good person, I am also not going to treat you well. I could tell you, say your family where you come from never treat you well, saying I won't can treat you well. I will use the opportunity to put you down, especially if I'm not the person with the bigger character or with a better character. I don't know if you see where I'm coming from. So you see, we all Nigerians, and this election, we are aware that the international community are watching us, and then we come out to say it's fine with the way politicians treat us. Like, I don't get how many states, more than 25 states, we have violences, we have voter oppression, we have, I keep asking myself, why? These people don't know this thing have an effect on us internationally. And do you know that just a week ago I read about an article in the news that spoke about. I read about one article in the news that spoke about that spoke about how Africa, most especially Nigerians, are people around the world in tech, in places that are expanding and making economies better. Meanwhile, in a nation, the person was like, why wouldn't the world, revere these people, treat them like what they do? He was saying in tech, in many places, Nigerians, Africans, he said Africans, and then he ended up in Nigeria. And, I was just looking at, do you know we are worth so much? It just be like, just like I said, somebody come into your house and you're not treating the person fine. Compared to the person goes to another person's house. The person goes to another person's house, and when he gets there, no matter how the person see the love that flows from the parents to the children, you see, how everybody is, behaving like normal person. You see how they treat even to the last born there, how they treat the person with so much respect. I mean, the person the person cannot treat you wrongly, because there and then he or she knows that this family, if you talk down on any of their children, or if you talk down on any of them, let's say, you are going to hear them hush you and say, no, you don't talk to my child like that. Sincerely. I've got one last time in my word. I voted APGA because the candidate performed well. There was vote buying, though the candidate would have won anyway with or without vote buying. There was vote buying. The candidate that won bought. Ha! My Nigeria, my country. Nigeria, my country. So there was vote buying. Is it trying to say, is it the candidate, the candidate bought now for him to say, oh, the candidate would have still won? Now, I love the fact that so many people are coming out to do something different. Remember, I told people that, look, don't be carried away by party politics. It is the same party politics that we're kicking against. Don't be carried away by party politics, because at the end of the day, this same party politics is what we're trying to, we're trying to remove and change. I'm of the opinion that a presidential election, maybe you have somebody in your party, let's say, for instance, there's a party you support, let's say if you support PDP, maybe you feel the presidential candidate of PDP is better, he's going to deliver more, he's the right man for the job. It should don't make you vote for, what's it called, National Assembly, when you know that this person ready for National Assembly, for your for your side. Maybe the person is not better in that particular party. You have somebody elsewhere that is better. Vote the right people at all places. Vote people, not party. Vote competency, vote credibility, vote capacity. And do not come outside to vote because I voted APC, or because I voted PDP, or because I voted Labour. Sincerely, I love this person's comment that the candidate did well. That means if person don't do well, I'm not going to use because, of one to another changer. If you did that, that means person will do what you see the come out and make the person complete his tenure. You understand? Except those ones who be say they don't stay. There are some people that have done 6 times, 5 times. Those ones, retire them, let them go and rest. Let people come out and you know what? Let other people come out and bring the ideas into government. Okay. Obido has voted with multiple identities. Like, I don't understand. How did they vote with multiple identities? For that time I checked that as the beavers done, they accredit you more than, they cannot accredit you more than one. So what are they talking about? As far as we are concerned, there is no vote buying in many polling booths we visited, and the election was peaceful. You're lucky. There was no vote. There was no vote buying, and the election was peaceful. There are places where the election was nothing. There was no P in the election. There was no peace. Everywhere was hot till the elections, till late in the night. Sincerely, one thing I want us to remember as we go through life, as the election don't come out, we don't even know if they're going to call for everyone in some areas. But whatever that may happen, let us understand that we're not fighting each other. We want a better Nigeria. The Nigeria that is better for you, a Nigeria that is better for me, a Nigeria that is better for all of us. Let us know that we are not the enemies. It is actually bad leaders. There are people who are the enemies. Alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.